The silence before the shift for months. Everything went quiet. No flashy unveilings, no bold tweets spelling out the future. No dramatic stage moments, and that's exactly when Tesla tends to make its biggest moves. Because while the internet was arguing about panel gaps, range estimates, and stainless steel fingerprints, something very different was happening deep inside GigaTexas, a redesign, a refinement, and possibly the most important evolution of the Cybertruck yet. Today, we're breaking down what may be the 2026 Cybertruck update, not rumors for clicks, not fantasy renders but realistic design changes, manufacturing upgrades, and leaked progress indicators that point to Tesla quietly preparing a second-generation Cybertruck era. And if even half of this is accurate, the Cybertruck you think you know is about to change forever. Chapter 1: WHY 2026 matters more than 2024 ever did. Let's get something straight. The original Cybertruck was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to be provocative. Tesla needed to break design expectations, prove stainless steel manufacturing was possible, validate steer-by-wire at scale, launch a 48-volt architecture in a consumer vehicle. That's a lot for one product. Historically, Tesla's second major iteration is where things get dangerous for competitors. Model S, the refresh quietly doubled its relevance. Model 3. The Highland update didn't just improve looks, it restructured manufacturing costs. So when insiders point to 2026 as a major Cybertruck inflection point, that's not random. It lines up with factory tooling maturity, supplier renegotiations, battery roadmap transitions, and Tesla's typical 24 to 36-month optimization cycle. In other words, this is where the Cybertruck stops being an experiment and becomes a weapon. Chapter 2: GigaTexas. The real story now. Tremor Knoxon 1 is talking about GigaTexas isn't just a factory. It's Tesla's most flexible manufacturing lab. Unlike Fremont ships is constrained by decades of legacy tooling, Texas was built to evolve. And over the past year, several subtle but telling changes have been noticed: extended downtime windows in Cybertruck production lines, new robotic cell installations adjacent to stainless steel stamping areas, reconfiguration of final assembly flow. Tesla doesn't stop production for fun. They do it when something structural is changing. Sources close to supplier networks suggest Tesla has been testing revised stainless steel alloy blends, modified folding geometries, new surface finishing techniques, not to redesign the Cybertruck visually but to make it easier, faster, and cheaper to build. And that has massive implications. Chapter 3: The design update that doesn't look like a redesign. Here's the paradox. The 2026 Cybertruck may look almost identical at first glance, but nearly every panel could be different. Tesla engineers reportedly focused on 3 key design goals. 1. Reducing fold complexity. The original Cybertruck uses aggressive angles that push metal forming to the edge of physics. For 2026, slightly softened fold radii, micro-adjusted crease angles, hidden tolerance buffers the result. Same brutal aesthetic, far fewer rejected panels. 2. Structural integration. Instead of separate reinforcement components, more load-bearing panels, fewer internal brackets, increased reliance on the exoskeleton concept. This reduces weight, part count. Assembly time. 3. Surface consistency. Early Cybertrucks showed visible variation in grain and reflectivity. Tesla is reportedly experimenting with pre-brushed stainless sheets, directional grain alignment, laser-guided finishing passes, not for luxury, but for visual uniformity at scale. Chapter 4: Elon Musk's accidental leaks. Elon doesn't leak like other CEOs. He wanders into truth. During recent factory walkthrough comments, he casually mentioned, the Cybertruck manufacturing line is improving faster than expected. That sounds harmless, but in Tesla speak, that usually means yield improvements are exceeding forecasts. Design constraints are being relaxed, cost curves are bending downward. In another moment, Musk hinted that future iterations will be significantly easier to produce. That's not a software update, that's hardware evolution. Chapter 5: The battery shift. No one is ready for this. Might be the biggest change of all. The 2026 Cybertruck is widely expected to transition into next stage 4680 battery architecture. Not a new cell size, a new production maturity level. What that likely means: higher energy density, improved thermal stability, lower defect rates, reduced pack weight. This opens the door to increased real-world range, better towing endurance, faster sustained charging, and most importantly, lower cost per kilowatt. Which brings us to pricing. Chapter 6: The price strategy shift. Tesla doesn't lower prices randomly. They wait until manufacturing efficiency improves, demand elasticity increases, competitors overextend. The 2026 Cybertruck could introduce a more affordable dual-motor variant, a fleet-focused work trim, reduced entry price without sacrificing margin. Not because Tesla wants to be nice, but because they want volume dominance. At scale, even a $5,000 price drop becomes devastating to legacy automakers who can't match margins. Chapter 7: Interior refinement without luxury fluff. Don't expect wood trim, chrome accents, leather overload. Do expect better material durability, improved seat ergonomics, refined UI behavior. Tesla has likely gathered millions of miles of real Cybertruck data by now. That feeds directly into steering calibration, suspension tuning, ride comfort, underload, subtle changes. Massive difference. Chapter 8 WHY. This update threatens the entire truck industry. Legacy trucks rely on incremental refreshes, cosmetic facelifts, marketing narratives. Tesla relies on physics, manufacturing, software. If the 2026 Cybertruck delivers improved range, lower price, higher build consistency, faster production ramp, then this isn't just another EV truck. It becomes the default electric workhorse. And once fleets start switching,